Right, welcome everyone to the third NGC chat. It's my greatest pleasure to be joined with two of my best mates, one better than the other. First of all, Mr. George Crawshaw, and obviously one of my best mates, Mr. Pete Baker. So welcome, boys. Thanks for joining me.
Cheers,
a lot to get through. I'm guessing our conversations are going to be completely different to my previous conversations with Monty, Cammy, Captain and Roy. I mean, I think your combined age is probably less than Cammy's. It's definitely less than Monty's. So, go from there. So we'll start off with, again, George, because you're my top left. Year you joined, the captain at the time, and who proposed you. And so you left and joined a few times. Do your first one and your most recent one.
I have not left and joined again. I was trying to work out what year I became member before when I was playing, and I couldn't remember if I was 13 years old or if I was 14 years old. But I think the captain at the time was Ian Hines. I remember the pro being James Curtis for some strange reason, but he left.
It was before Ian Hines then.
It was before Ian Hines. Okay.
Ian Hines probably looked after you because Ian Hines ran the juniors for a little bit. Which
yeah, that's right.
You might get confused with, and then he became captain a few years later.
That's potentially correct. Yeah, I think that's probably more correct than I can remember too.
And who proposed to you?
You
have to rely on dad.
Yeah. Well, so it was weird. I was a member at Didsbury as a junior. And then my dad never played golf, so I played golf before my dad, but then he joined at Northenden, and then I came over to Northenden after being at Didsbury for about a year and a half, 2 years. So he proposed me into the club, and yeah, took it from there. James Curtis was the pro at the time. He was at the club for about 2 months, and then left to go to America, and then Grant Doyle took over from him.
How does one interpret the fact that you remember the golf club? And your dad decided to join a golf club or join another one?
Well,
I know how I interpret that.
If everyone knows his wife, well, his two wives actually, Paul Johnson and Graham Smith. They were both members at Northenden.
For a minute there, I thought, where's this going?
So that he just joined at Northenden, and I was.
Is that the reason he told you?
No, I don't know why.
Yes, son, you're not adopted, I promise.
Yeah, that was it. That was how the conversation went at first.
How about you, PB? Year you joined, captain. Who proposed to you?
I phoned up the office actually last year. So I was thinking, someone asked me how long I'd been at the club. No fucking idea. So I phoned up the office to ask. I was thinking, I'm just wondering when my 10-year anniversary is. And she went, well, you passed your 12. So it's actually 2008. I joined. Joe Riley was the captain. I think Cammy was in. I was in a proper interview. Cammy was in there, and Lex proposed me. He was also outside the room taking the piss out of me as I was walking in, and taking the piss out of my Scouse accent and my shoes and don't let this fucker in and all this. So yeah, it's quite a good entrance. I was in before I was in because I think Lex had a good word with the guys.
Did I do the old pull the tie down as you walked in trick?
You basically, it was like being a public school for 10 minutes. Yeah, getting introduced by Lex. But no, it was really good. Good fun, good start. And for me, it was massive because I unlike George, who's clearly been a member for years. I can't believe how long you've been a member, George. Since you were 13, you should be miles better. Okay.
Funny.
So I only started playing golf, slightly different to George and probably Lex, who are both privately schooled and slightly better upbringing, shall we say. I was in Liverpool and could not get anywhere as a member. So basically around Formby, Hillside, SNA, Birkdale, there's no courses that we could join. So for me to join a club was a big thing because I couldn't do it when I was little.
Felt like you made it then. Make your dad proud. Done it, Dad.
Still on the board though. You know. And also a little bone to pick with Lex. Because I put cards in, and all with Roy actually as well. Whoever else does the handicaps, I put in 3 cards: 19, 14, and 20 over par. I got a 10 handicap.
Did you?
So,
Mate, when I joined,
handicap, and after 6 years of playing, I think I started to play to 10. And yeah, I've struggled to get much lower and since got down to 6. But I think that's how it should be. Hard graft to get down to your handicap, unlike it is now.
well, I remember my 3 cards. I did my 3 cards, sat at my desk at work. I figured out, I worked backwards. What can I play off, do you reckon? Because I hardly play now, but I played even less then. What should I play off? And I thought, I reckon I'd get a 15, 16. So I did my 3 cards. Sat Adam, our man, in the Wilmslow office, the one above Forest Recruitment. Sat at the desk there, wrote out 3 cards. I then gave myself a 14 over, an 18 over, and a 16 over. And I deliberately put one with a triple bogey because I knew that came down. So I took all that into account, sent them in, and I got 12. I got 12 handicap. Just like that. No questions asked. You're off 12. Yeah, and then, yeah, but to be fair, you're 6 now, aren't you? So you can't complain. I don't know what I am. 5, 6? I don't know, I'm lower, so.
So you did yours differently, man. I started off on 36. I couldn't even it wasn't about getting 3 cards in or anything like that. As a junior, you just start off on 36. And then you
It's good you come down to what, 34 now?
Yeah. Struggling on that as
well. But actually, George, you've done something. I don't actually say this very often when talking about positive things. You've done something which I haven't done at Northenden Golf Club. And that's you've been junior captain. And do you know what? I found out just the last few weeks, I was talking to captain. In fact, it might even been on the last lockdown chat. We didn't actually have a junior captain now. I said, why not junior captain? They said, we haven't had one for a couple of years. I don't even know that. Did you guys know that?
No, I didn't.
No, we haven't got junior captain. Well, there's no picture because there's no junior section.
So yeah, that's a good point actually. I've not been in the clubhouse for a while, but there's usually pictures, and I remember I missed getting my picture taken with the other captains, so I had to get mine taken in the front garden. When my picture
is that because your dad had a panoramic?
Yeah.
That was so funny. The best thing about those junior captain pictures was PB. You were probably there with me, definitely. You might have been George. Remember the old clubhouse? They used to be above the captain's chair.
Yeah.
And then people used to walk in the next day, and you'd tell we'd been in there a lock-in, drinking and smoking.
That captain's chair. That
president, he looks like he's 14 because he is.
That little green chair that used to be there, old school chair. Put your hand up if you sat in it.
Yeah. Do you remember? It used to be like Sakazan. Remember one night, again, one of the many lock-ins we used to have, getting giddy and sitting on that chair all really scared, taking pictures. Do you remember? It's really weird, that. That's mad.
Oh, brilliant.
So, I think to myself, Northern's been a big part of your life, PB.
Yeah.
Then I think about that going, actually, it's been an even bigger part for your good lady Janie.
It has. Oh, God, yeah. Good point.
Yeah, I think of that, because the thing of Janie...
Well, you're not going to get me to tell the story.
No. I'm not going to talk about 2 holes in one. Don't worry about that.
It was actually 3.
On the same day. I was going to talk about you've met Jane at the golf club, and it worked out. It was 2012 because that's when the Olympics were, and you went to see her down the Olympics, didn't you? Exactly.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
yes, I did. Yes.
Yeah, but through Janie, I then got her that job at De Vere.
Yeah.
And then Mike Coleman got her the job, obviously, for those who know, ex-member of the golf club, the job at B&I, where she flourished and probably found a niche. And that's sent her on her way now. So
she's now she's got a job at an agency in Manchester, digital agency, and she's just won Employee of the Year. So yeah, and we've got a free holiday next year, $3,000 holiday next year that obviously not going to be able to go on. So yeah, thanks to De Vere and thanks to Mike Holman for setting the
Thanks to Lex and Mike Coleman.
Yeah.
Thanks to NGC and Lex.
NGC. There we go.
That night, there's hopefully people who are listening to this that will remember. That night, I got hole in one with a client. I was playing with a client Friday night. I think it was in June, first few weeks of June. Hole in one, the 15th. Lucky hole in one as well. Hit the flag, spun round.
Thin the arse out of it, basically.
No, it was a good shot. And I call the lads going, right, got a hole in one, get us down the bar. And they were all there. I think Lex was there.
Thursday Fiddle. It would have been Thursday Fiddle.
Yeah,
no, it was Friday.
There.
It was a Friday, 100% a Friday. Because then I remember, it was definitely a Friday. Because, there was Ant Milner, Mike Lyle, you, Lex, me, Pierre.
Siggy came out with us.
Pierre Le Chapoin was there. Or as Monty would say, Pierre Le Twat.
He's been mentioned twice in these lockdowns. He's not even mentioned anymore.
So we got hole in one, walked into the bar like some sort of dick, probably, walking around thinking I'm the big man. Ordered a bottle of Sambuca. We all went outside, absolutely smashed. And Janie was actually the bar girl behind.
He joined us.
I'd come out of a relatively long relationship and ended up in a student house party in Fallowfield in my golf attire.
Didn't Mike Lyle get into a bit of a fracas that night?
Yeah, so so I was the
different type of ending to you, didn't he?
Yeah, I'm a slightly more friendlier drunk. You know, I like to dance mostly. Like
incorrect. Incorrect.
And I was called Frank the Tank by the lads that I was still in contact with, obviously through Janie and all the uni mates. They were all rugby lads, and I went in beeline for them. And I was obviously slightly older, and I was drinking.
I was saying, not slightly older.
10 years older. I was drinking like
12
years older. I was drinking like a fish. Drinking like a fish. And they were all chanting Frank the Tank in a student house party. Jenny looked over and realised what she'd found. And then I proceeded to run as we were going to the nightclub in Fallowfield. I took my top off and started running down a road, going naked run. Which
you go full nub?
In school, but old school, you'll understand.
Great film.
It was a good night, that.
Actually, before we carry on, today is the first day golf course has been open, and George has already played.
I have indeed.
Tell us about it. What was it like?
It's really good. The greens are mint. Like, they're rolling really well. Obviously a bit patchy. The course was in great nick. But yeah, me and my dad played this morning. I can't believe I've actually shot 39 points. Played pretty well, to be fair.
Really?
Yeah.
What was your first shot? First shot.
First shot. I unfortunately missed the fairway. It was in the rough on the right hand side.
That's all right.
But hit the green, made a par. I was happy with that.
Game on.
The first, anyway. After 7 or 8
what do people
off.
have to be wary about? What's it like in terms of turning up, the routine of queuing, not queuing?
Yeah, so you can't arrive at the golf club any earlier than 15 minutes before your tee time. If you do, just stay in the car.
We've all read the email. Move on.
I haven't. I just kicked the green box. Like most people, just tick the green box.
Yeah, that's what I did. Until arrived with my dad. And then, yeah.
Lex, we're not allowed to practice. That's going to be
gutted. What am I going to do?
Yeah, so you can't practice. And then it's 10 minute tee times.
And is the stewarding friendly?
Yes, it is. It is indeed. Roland's doing a great job.
George, that's not what you said on text to me.
Exactly. We all know one of them. Yeah. On that note, though, again, to George, you've obviously been there a lot longer than we have.
Yeah.
But you were obviously a lot younger. I think PB and I also think we're very similar in terms of our experience of the golf club. You know, we had it at that time where it was very much an us and them, olds and youngs, in the old clubhouse. Remember that? You know, it's almost like, you know, from the time it opened, so say 8 a.m. at clubhouse open until 4 or 5 p.m. during the week, it was over 50s, probably over 60s, not else. But then come 6 o'clock onwards, complete flip, wasn't it? A complete flip. The whole shirt and tie or just shirt, you know, all that sort of stuff. Yeah, we had some great times there.
Yeah.
But now it's probably less segregated. Would you say that?
Yeah.
But
Yeah, completely agree with that.
in your thoughts, how do you think it's changed? If your own personal enjoyment of the golf club, take us through that 12 years and how you think it's changed, not changed, what's moved for the better, what's moved for the worst, in your opinion.
So I've obviously been lucky enough to see both. So I was, whether it be me personally being quite nervous to be a member of a golf club, because I've seen Formby and Birkdale and that type of course around my network, and I couldn't obviously be a member there. It's changed from, well,
is that because you grew up in Southport?
There's a big hoo-ha about Formby. There's a big hoo-ha about jeans. Remember, like jeans in the clubhouse. So obviously now, when you're rocking up around the spike bar with trainers and like golf shoes on, that's just like, that would have been no chance. So even though Northenden was quite lenient, and I think probably in the times of the golf club community, it's changed massively. But I must say, I was always welcomed by the older members. So the likes of Cammy, Monty, Joe Riley, who captained me. There's so many of the old generation that, that I'm now friends with, I actually call my friends. So I actually been lucky enough to see both. And I think I'm also lucky enough to see how old the old golf club and the new golf club, because I do feel that the new golf club, hopefully in 10 years, will hopefully have a better feeling to it. But I must admit, I do miss the old golf club, because it was just so different in so many ways.
But so I think about that, because most people, especially Northern Golf Club, again, in my opinion, so that's like an asterisk to waive any blame and usual people is hate change. Our golf club today hates change. And it could be something simple or something massive. They hate change, even if it's for the better. And, I was with you, whole new clubhouse design, it looked terrible, wasted space here, blah, blah, blah. And the whole reasons for not being able to smoke on the balcony, blah, blah, blah. But then no atmosphere in the bar, kind of get it. But as time goes on, I think people get used to it. Yeah. And I quite like it now. But would you not think, though, in your opinion, that one main difference between the proper crack we had in that old clubhouse, there was a proper crack, but if you actually delve down into it, that proper crack was generally in the evening, where it was just us lot there and singing, or a steward there.
I think. You don't want to get into politics of the golf club.
No, I'll do that.
But I think it would be good, especially we've got the social captain, and there's two sidekicks on
minions. I call you minions.
Very nice. Thanks. I think it would be good. There's, in terms of the camaraderie and the lads, the young lads. I would suggest if you took the amount we've got now to the amount we've got back when we were doing like the Thursday night fiddles and stuff, I actually think we've got more now than we did then. Whether it's the size or we've not got that community feel yet, I don't know. But maybe we should take it upon ourselves to create that.
You know what's nuts?
And just I think, because if we do a Thursday fiddle or Thursday something, clearly out of CV-19 lockdown, and when things open up a little bit, I think we'll get a big uptake. And I think if we do that, if we do it on a Thursday night or a Friday night, we can say to the guys, look, we're going to have at least 15 people coming to the bar, and we're not going to drive, and we're going to drink at least 3 or 4 pints each. They'll open it up. It makes business sense to do so. So I think it's not down, for me, I'm just going to protect the club a little bit. It's not down to the club to open the clubhouse, till 9 o'clock every Thursday, because it's not going to happen every Thursday unless we make it happen every Thursday. So let's get that first.
No, I agree.
Get the fiddle back. So when we get,
it's funny what you said, mate, about back in the day. It was funny. Back in the day, we were 27, 28.
Yeah.
All those people in doubt, PB's a year younger, not the other way around. But remember the fiddle though, when, bless him, Tommy Layden played Thursday fiddle with us, didn't he?
Mhm.
And Tommy Layden, hi Tommy, he was classed as the older dude, wasn't he? He was the old one. If we did Thursday fiddle now, peeps, that'd be you and me. We'd be the old guys. Do you know what I mean? And people like Omar, who joined when he was like 14. Hey, Omar's now 18, 19, 20 with me. And George, way, how old are you now, George?
27.
Yeah, so George, where we were. You with me?
Are you?
Yeah.
Jesus.
It's crazy, that, isn't it? Chilling with you two old boys.
Things change, you know. It's funny. You forget about it. So, you know, when we used to look up to people like, you know, like Leroy, Nelson, those guys, they were in their 40s, type mid 40s, late 40s type of thing. No offense to Nate, Dave. But we're now there, and it's mad how that time's changed. You know, I remember being on council years ago, and someone on council telling me, Lex, bear in mind I was 30, 31 at the time, you know, basically pointing, going, you are the future, Lex. You know, you need to be sorting out for the future. I was like, no, hang on a minute. We're the present. Yeah? You're the past. We're the present. The future, the juniors.
Yeah.
And it's now that, Pete, we're going towards, we're going beyond the present, aren't we? We're like getting the end of the present spectrum. And George...
I think it has come a long way.
Stage,
I think it has come a long way. I remember when I first joined, and I used to get in trouble for changing my shoes in the car park. I think it's still frowned upon, but when I first came, I think it was actually Dave Yored the first time I actually played there, and I did change my shoes, and he came and gave me a right bollock, and never done it since then. So
what's funny on that?
I still do that. I've never not done that.
I don't say, who cares? I changed my shoes in the car park. Say I've done it 200 times, in the car park 199 times, even when the rule was there. But that rule changed. I was accountable to change that rule. Remember, so back in my car, we're now allowed to change the shoes in the car park. And this is the old school golf mentality, why people hated it. I was sat in my car and to change my shoes. And some guy, clearly didn't know who I was. I still didn't know who the hell he was. Walks over and whispers, yeah, excuse me. Next time, can you change your shoes in the clubhouse? Or no, you change your shoes in the clubhouse. I saw red mist. I obviously told him whatever it is. And you know what's funny? 2 days later, I saw him doing something. I can't remember what I saw him doing. Something petty and trivial. Maybe his jeans had a speck of mud on him. Straight in there. Nobody. Do you know what I mean? Get out. It is funny that how it's all changed. You know, jeans, all that sort of stuff. Remember that vote? You were there for that vote, Pete, for the jean vote. We had to recruit all the people to come to the AGM to vote. One extra vote.
Just ridiculous.
It's nuts. So we'll have different feelings about golf and goals and all that stuff. I think three of us are actually quite similar in our enjoyment of golf. So golf season's just started, or in theory, George, you first. When you start every year, what do you look forward to? What are the highlights of your golfing year?
I look forward to seeing everybody.
If you say the third and fourth summer medals, I'm going to kick you off this call now.
Well, no, it's the fifth summer medal, obviously. The third and fourth, they're just warm.
That's because everyone's qualified by then. I was that Sunderland qualifier. Those are my tactics. Rock up in that 6 Sunderland qualifier on a Wednesday. You qualify like 20 points until Roy changed the rule where you had to get at least 36. That used to be the easiest to qualify. Rock up midweek last day.
I think the biggest thing for me for the season, and obviously how much later you can play golf and staying down there and having a beer with everyone. That's the biggest part for me. I used to take it. Well, I don't take it anywhere near as seriously as how we used to back in the day, where you practice and then during the week and then try and play as well as you can on a Saturday. It's not about
that. You used to do that.
For me. Yeah, and then I used to go out and get levied on a Friday, and then all that practice would be completely pointless because I think I don't get with it. I'd have to get dropped from the golf club.
Well, if Monty was your dad, he'd be going nuts, breaking the rules there. Can't ruin it. During that time, it was the Founders. You might be too young there, George. The Founders, years ago, when Richie was there. You also remember Andy Rich?
Yeah.
Andy Rich, day one, shot a 66 or 65. And that's the thing. He was like off 3, off 4, and he was solid as anything. And we're in the bar. It's definitely me, Milner, probably Wilson, probably a couple others. PB probably there. We're having a few beers, as you do back in the days. It's like 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock. By 8:30, Richie probably had like 4 or 5. He's going, no, I've got to go. I've got to take it seriously. Got to take it seriously. Have one more. Have one more. All right. I'm not joking. Midnight, we're still there. We're still there at midnight. Then he starts having bets. In fact, if Ant's watching this, I remember this, we start having bets. Sonny, he's going to go, I'm going to shoot 60, I'm going to break 70 tomorrow, all that. Singy's had a bet with him, 20 quid. Ant's had a bet with him. Wilson's had a bet with him. I've had a bet with him. All that. Anyway, he goes out, and I'm the group in front of him that day. Mate, every time I turn around, he was in pieces. But the killer was, I was on the 15th tee, and he was playing the 14th, and they had a back pin on 14th, yeah? Only an idiot goes for that back pin, yeah? So, what's he do? He flies the green, hits the downslope, straight in the bushes, comes out. Anyway, he takes like an 8. I know he's done by then. So he's literally, you know, he's coming down 18, we're all on the balcony, you know, all chanting, ooh. Coming up. I think he's got like a net 85. He's absolutely, well, he doesn't actually care. He's just hung over to get home. The killer was, as he walked into the clubhouse upstairs, you know, you walk up the stairs, little door, the place erupts, yeah? Everyone's laughing. And suddenly, 5 people come and get 100 quid off him in cash. All the bets, which he completely forgot about.
Brilliant.
Oh, dear. But that was what it was about. And he didn't care. That was the spirit of things. Mate, we had some great times those days. But how do you think it's changed, George?
For me, it's the Mersey League for me. I look forward to the Mersey League more than anything. And yeah, playing evening golf. I can play once a week, twice a week maybe, get 9 holes in, or race round and get 18 in. I think the record's 2 hours 10 minutes for 18 holes. And so yeah, I do enjoy the evening golf. It is good. I'm similar to George. I don't practice very much. And Saturday, I think I look back, I've played maximum 5 white medals in 1 year. So just when summer comes, just busy. The whole of the summer, just busy doing stuff.
You're a freak. You are the busiest man ever known.
You've gone on the most amount of weddings, stag do's. You have a wedding and a stag do every other week, man.
54 weddings I'm on now. 54 weddings.
Yeah. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. The day I had a funeral, a stag do, and a wedding on the same day was ridiculous. I went to a funeral in the morning, then we were on a stag do, and then I went to Aunt Milner's wedding.
Oh, mate, you've got some legendary stories. It's like Witchwood. There's been 2 Witchwood ones, I think.
Oh, God.
So, because Witch was obviously a Sunday, Monday, all about holiday weekend. I know one, on the Saturday, you had a wedding in London.
No. It was I had a wedding in Liverpool. And
you came back from London one day, didn't you? Or was that
no. So I had a 40th on the one of my mates on the Thames. He'd hired a boat, and it was like 50 or 60 was on the Thames, free drink, absolutely crazy. But it was the night McGregor fought Mayweather. And I decided, because I love Witchwood that much.
Yes, it came up.
I went all the way down to London, stayed in his boat and didn't drink at all day. Got off the boat about 1:30. Got the tube to where I left my car. Got in my car and drove at 2:30 to Witchwood.
And did you fall asleep?
Got there at 6:30 in the morning. I had the McGregor fight on in the background, just listening to that, and then got into the reception, got all my clubs ready, and slept 2 hours basically on a chair. Yeah, I think I was supposed to be with Carl Harrison, but I ended up just sleeping on a chair. Cracked on, got 2 points.
Exactly. That's all that matters, isn't it?
What was the year that you had to get? Didn't you have to get someone to drop you off at Witchwood, and then I gave you a lift home? What year was that?
That was that was last year, because what was it last year? Oh shit! Yeah, I had a 40th, I had a 40th in Formby, and I had Janie, bless her, girl I met at Northenden. We stayed out till 4:30. She stopped drinking, and she had to drive to Whitchwood and drop me off because I obviously couldn't drive.
George, what's it like having your dad as a member of the same golf club?
It's pretty good. Sometimes gets annoying. Well, in fact, it is annoying the majority of the time.
What, when he doesn't pay your subs?
Yeah, during that time I wasn't a member. Yeah, that's that. I'm just known as Tim's son, aren't I? So, I mean, everyone knows me as Tim's son. So it comes part and parcel of it. But yeah, he fixes pretty much, well, I reckon he fixes 70% of the members' cars. So everyone knows him. So, but yeah, it's pretty good fun.
Do mine for years. Does Cardi's now as well.
Does mine as well. Does mine.
Because there we go. 100% of people on this call doesn't. So
this is how much I called Tim to tell him that I'm going to get my tyres fixed by someone else because I knew he wasn't open in lockdown. The courtesy, Tim. Yeah. So sorry, I'm just getting tyres done. I need them doing, so I know they're open. So yeah, I'm going to go with someone else. I'm sorry.
Yeah, fair enough. Thank you very much for giving them the heads up, though. Just cross you off that list for that one.
How do you think this whole lockdown golf is going to change in the next few weeks, months?
I think there'll be. I think we'll have competitions again, but it'll just be because I genuinely think we could be like this or a similar situation to this for the foreseeable until we get a vaccine. So I think we'll just mould and evolve, and things will change, and we'll probably appreciate golf and appreciate each other more.
I think the way when it was today, I mean, even though the tee sheet was full, the course didn't feel full because obviously it's 2 balls and everyone was going like at a pretty decent pace, like it wasn't packed, and it worked really well. If anything, it sped up golf, and there's going to be more time for people to play now.
Yeah, it's funny though. I was thinking about it anyway. On a normal round, apart from the tee box and maybe the green, I'm definitely not within 20 meters of people. It's true, isn't it? How often you don't, do you? You're very with the tees anyway.
Yeah.
Unless you got your little buggies, you go in the path together. You know what I mean? Put your buggies down.
I have never seen anyone hit a ball so far left than you, Lex.
Right, I'm gonna do an impression of Lex now, live, recorded.
What's the language?
This is Lex on the first tee. Right, boys. How things? You right, mate? Good weekend. Yeah, good mate. Not too bad. Charlie's well. On the tee, tees up, hits it, and he just aims left, and he goes, keep going, yeah, keep going, and then it lands, and he goes, I'll be all right from there. I'll get it.
To be fair, I'm allowed every most holes. Keep going. Was it with you guys talking about how many wrong fairways have you played from?
Oh, we did. Didn't we not play the? We played
cross country golf
13th green once, didn't we?
Oh, we've done all that. I mean, in general normal play, how many times have you been on the wrong fairway? And it worked out. Well, maybe it was Adam Holiday. I've been on the wrong fairway on every hole, as in, I've been on the 9th, I was supposed to be on the 1st. Every hole bar, there's not many. The 4th, because you can't get on the 4th. I've even been on the 3rd. It's random, think about it. Obviously, you've been on the 1st. I've been on the 1st playing the 9th. I've been on the 2nd doing hard left on the 8th. 3rd, massive hook on 5 going for the green, I double crossed it. 4th is safe, yeah. 5th,
18?
Oh, I've been on 18 twice.
Yeah, you go on the 17. You go on 17.
That's hard left, that though.
I've even been on the first fairway off the 18th tee twice. PB was there for one of them.
Wait, what?
I've hit the first fairway from the 18th tee box.
Oh, I've done that.
I've
done that.
No clubhouse. It goes over the head, suddenly disappears. Suddenly, boom, comes soaring up again. Dum, 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 through the clubhouse. And it's still in bounds. It's almost impossible, though. I think it's around people.
Lex, how long have you been a member now?
Well, like PV, similar story. So you obviously know Lisa from the office. I was there when Lisa joined as an employee. So I bumped into her about a year ago. She's a good girl, Lisa.
Yeah.
How's it going, Lisa? I said, Christ, you must have been here quite a while now. 7 years, 8 years? And then she goes, Lex, it was 10 years last year. All right. So I think I joined 2007.
2007, because you were both at Adam.
Yeah, because the first year, I joined 2007 on my own, didn't know anybody. I didn't play one comp that year. A couple of things. I think I sneaked people like PB and games on for free in the evening. And then the year after, played a couple of comps in Wood, met some people. Then, as soon as you meet people, it starts flashing. It's funny. All my first golfing friends were the Monties and the Cammies. I used to play Monty all the time, Cammy all the time. Then eventually through them, I met Ant. So I played him quite a bit. Chris Lister. Chris Lister and I partners for a couple of years of the Forces and stuff. Another fine, I lost him. So, it's total journeys. Look, 12, 13 years. I don't really know. All I know is my second year is when I lost the Forceman's final, and Ian Denby won the Sunderland. I was playing a PB then. That's when I hit that hut on 18. I don't even remember the hut. The hut's gone now. That's how long ago it was.
It's gone. Yeah, it's gone now. Yeah.
I think that was 2008.
Yeah.
I think I'm the only one in history to hit the roof of the old clubhouse, the roof of the temporary clubhouse, and the roof of the new clubhouse. All of them, Patrick. And that's why I got golf insurance. Now I'm like, whatever. Just crack on. As long as nobody gets hurt, just crack on.
What's the funniest story you've got from the golf club? Not only playing golf, but also just drunken nights.
Well,
it's got to be in the clubhouse.
Yeah, well, there's obviously loads, to be fair, but all things to mind where I physically struggled to breathe. And I struggled to breathe was, again, there's another lock-in playing poker. Must have been like 1, 2 in the morning. Me, Singy, and Paul Wilson, and Richie. Paul Wilson wasn't there that time. And Richie, you can see Richie was easy to have another one, which is probably why he hates coming out, all that stuff. Anyway, he lost all his money. Then we knew he had to get a taxi home, and he put his last 10. We still put last 10 quid in the fruit machine. Remember the fruit machine? And we knew that. And we knew he had no money to get home. So he goes, has anybody money to get home? Nah. However, we'll dare you for it, bet you for it. So we bet him 20 quid to do a naked sand angel. A naked sand angel in the Centenary bunker on 18. And he goes, no, I'm not doing that. Fine, you pussy, whatever. Well, you're gonna have to walk home. Anyway, he goes for a wee in the bog by the fruit machine. And we're sat in the corner because it was outside cameras in there. Suddenly we hear the door shut, and then the door shut top of the stairs. He's gone back down, but he's gone. How's he getting home? So he goes, no way. He's definitely doing it. So we thought, right, he's obviously gone down to the changing room. He's going to sneak out and do it on the slide. So me and Ant, don't ask me why, with full pints, we've legged it down the stairs, round the side of the car park, through the old hedges. There used to be hedges there, too. Richie drove his car through them. And we stood by the corner of the hedge between 9 and 18. Me and Ant and Bill were even bigger back then. So we did like a 30-yard shuttle dash. He was knackered. Richie, instead of being all sneaky and sly, butt naked, just comes walking out. He doesn't know we're there. He stands in the bunker, faces the clubhouse. Remember, there's like a spotlight. Lads, calling out. Lads. Hey, we had the phones out, but it was pitch black. He did it. He did the sand angel in there. And I shit you not, I swear on my life, you couldn't see it. Next morning, it was perfect. And where there's 2 ball indentations. I swear on my life. And right next to it, there was a sign saying 50p or £1 donation every time your ball goes in there. So the running joke was, Richie, go put your 2 quid in. Oh me, I've got so many. Richie doing donuts, allegedly doing donuts across the chipping green.
That was one of the best nights ever at the comedy night. My dad had that car for about 8 years afterwards as well.
Oh no, one of my funniest times though, there's simple things. Again, God, it's amazing how my whole social life with stories and mates all linked to the golf club. 9% of linked to the golf club. You took class with my best mates. Golf club, yeah? And it's just simple stories. It's old, and most of it's taking the mick out of the old school stuff. You know, the old cultural type of golf club. I remember going to an AGM. I'd never been to one, I thought it was like, and how soul destroying it was, wasn't it? Why be there? You with me? Especially when they stopped serving. So after a couple of years, and I think as council had to go, and I realised, you know what we do? If we pre-order beers, we're safe. So we used to, it was so funny. So we used to sit at the bar, you know, so you look down the bar. You know where the whole cigarette machine was and where the suggestion book used to be? We used to sit on that bar there, facing towards the windows. And before it shut, we'd go singing, 8 Magners, please. And you'd leave them in the ice machine. Remember the ice machine? Yeah. So bar will shut, shutters down, they'll be talking, and they'll be like, yeah, I'm dead against this, or I'm dead against this, or for this. Suddenly it's, suddenly, the heads turn like meerkats, look at me and Matt with these things. Dong, 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 dong. 2 minutes later, suddenly, one person will come round. Did you get those in there? Come on, no. So I was studying them. And then, when that went on for years, but the best bit was, we used to ring the clubhouse phone during AGM. So there, we're at the bar, we something deemed as important. So I ring the bar phone. And we look at him, singing always sat the furthest part away. Wait. The singer get up, walk all the way, and as he's reaching, put it down. And as he walks back, ring again. And one day, he sat there looking around, and he looks up and sees me and Nuna. Or that's up there with me watching you 6-part twice a week, PB. That's
I have not heard these stories.
One from the 5th, some of the other one. But mate, loads of stories. A lot of it's around when everyone's in the clubhouse. It might be team games, Mersey League games, United City days. They're the best ones. You with me?
I remember on the old clubhouse when you were on the balcony, and if you looked over to the 10th tee, there was 2 fir trees that were like perfect. And I remember one night, like, me and you were throwing beer mats through them.
Oh, do you remember that, the beer mats?
Trying to play frisbee.
But that must have been during a social event.
I think it was.
Leather.
Probably, yeah.
Because that's when
You realise, guys, that you're not going to be members after this call. It's like,
I'm just making this all up.
Oh, do you remember that time when
We're making this all up, allegedly.
Yeah. None of this is true.
I've done nothing wrong, just like to say for the record, whoever's on there.
How are you, peeps? You got some crackers.
Yeah, I think the funniest memory that sticks with me is just because if you know Pierre Le Chapois, French guy, came over obviously, and he joined the golf club. First probably week or 2, it was like, right, we got Northenden barbecue that Lex organised when he was social captain. Or, you know, let's get down there. And he was like, yeah, okay, let's do it. And he got there and he got absolutely leathered. It was his first week at the golf club.
Didn't he? He got smashed.
And he threw up over the balcony. And as I turned round, everyone was laughing. And he was like, what have you done to me? I've only been here a week.
It was funny. That's the same night with Ian Denby, one of the most sensible people I've ever met in my life. Leans gets the balcony, just throws a pint glass over his shoulder.
Yes, I remember this. Yeah. We were all both watching each other. What the hell is he doing?
But, I mean, at least I had some great times in the clubhouse. Admittedly, 9% are probably us lot, you know, like an unofficial mates arrange things, you know, but a couple of good ones. You know, that barbecue a couple of years ago, we're having chipping competition where the girls came down too, didn't they, down the night?
Yeah, well, it was dark. It was so dark.
Yeah, sorry about that, Rob, even though he's left now. We shouldn't, you know. And my birthday, Christ, 10 years ago, we had like a 12 ball going down the first. Remember, we got a deck of cards out. There's 14 of us, deck of cards out. ever pulled one card, and that was your club. You won club wonder. So I put on the group today, Pete, our WhatsApp group. You know, the joke about social distancing. There's one picture. There's like you can count 9 balls. And the rule was you couldn't mark your ball. There's people trying to putt with 5 irons. Oh, some good times there. You know, you need to bring those back, but
Yeah, definitely need to bring those back.
you know, what's stopping that though?
Nothing stopping it. We just need to put some effort in. That's all it is. We will. We've got enough time to organise it.
Yeah. What would you change about the golf club? One thing. Could be anything.
The golf
captain.
Yeah, I completely agree with this one, Pete.
What did you say?
You heard.
Mate, shoehorned. That's what I'm saying.
I said the social captain. You got it. What would change? What would change? There's one thing I'd change. I'd just have more medals. Like, it's just so annoying.
Big ones.
I speak any club. I speak to so many clubs. Oh God! And my brother, he's like, "Oh God, first medal or last medal?" And he's in Scotland. I'm like, "Last medal? Ours was 4 months ago." I was like, "That's the one thing I'd change because I enjoy them and I think it's brilliant." But I know there's other people in the club that don't. So that's the one I'd change.
So more boring golf. How about you, George?
I wouldn't say medals are boring. I think from your point of view, there, Pete, that's because you're actively wanting to get your handicap down and get better, and that's where it becomes more difficult because obviously a lot of people just want to play golf for the social side of things and obviously don't enjoy playing medals as much as me, you, or Lex would. But what would I change? I don't really know actually. Do you know what I would like to try?
Clearly, you don't want your dad being a member. That's one thing.
Yeah, that's probably. I'd like to try and flip the clubhouse because obviously all our memories are on the balcony and in the clubhouse being upstairs. Obviously, it'll never happen. But if we were to try and flip the clubhouse again, so we would have the social bit upstairs again, because I feel like that would change a lot of things. People would be more actively wanting to go upstairs for a pint and as well.
So what we could. So this is just a thought again, just shooting the hip. But if there's some nights when there's not anything on upstairs, no events on. And you know, there's a group that we're going to have a fiddle, and we're going to play from 4 till 9, and then we're going to have some drinks. The event is our event. The event is us going to be there. It's going to be 9 people there, 10 people there. Can you open upstairs for us? And if you only got one bar open upstairs, why not?
Yeah, I think it's more of an operational challenge. I'm guessing because you got 2 bars there, whatever.
No, but if there's just one bar, just like open one. I don't know. That could be an option because for me, that when you sat on the balcony looking out,
it was decent
over the 9th hole, over the 18th and over the 10th. You know, in the sun, having a drink. It was just amazing. So if there's not an event on, why not? That could be an option, but I understand there's restrictions.
It's probably going to change now, but we're going to have a summer barbecue this year, and I think the autopilot at our club is every social event is upstairs. I wasn't going to do that. My barbecue is going to be downstairs, so the bar basically opens up to the grounds. So there'll be music playing. I think we'll get CK down. Do that. Obviously, upstairs will be more of a wet weather option, but then you give it a chance to mingle, get away from that formality. It's crack on. You know, don't have to have any particular themes and stuff. Just catch up with your mates and we'll drink together as a bigger congregation, shall we say, as opposed to little cliques here and there type of thing. So, but that's probably not going to happen this year. On paper, was supposed to be a great year for socials. All the Euros, all the big horse races. Do you know what I mean? Football, blah blah blah. Not going to happen. So, but
stuff to look forward to next year.
Yeah. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
all right, lads.
Have we got any questions for Lex, George? Any?
Go on, fire away.
What have we got for him?
Don't feel forced.
For as long as I can remember, you had these really tan, baggy trousers that you always used to wear for golf.
Tanned ones, brown ones.
Brown. Where were they from? So I don't have to buy them and I can avoid the place.
I don't know.
I mean, and have you still got them?
Or beige. Were they beige? Were they tanned?
Beige.
I think they are beige. Yeah, you look like MC Hammer in them.
That's a good thing, isn't it? Mate, class of that was. That's before George was born. Mate, I've never been a style icon. We all know that. You know what I mean? Trousers don't get you these, by the way. Hey, those trousers might fit you now, George. You're going to borrow them.
Oh, cheers, mate.
You know, it's funny, though. The three of us. One of my proper last nights out for lockdown was you two.
Yeah, it was for me as well.
Mate, it was the maddest end of the night ever.
That was a crazy night.
I've heard of one person forgetting what happens, or two. About all three of us had no idea. Well, we all thought we were at different places. Everything was actually all together.
Just a few things, just to recap. So we were outside. We went to like all the old pubs around Manchester. We thought, right, let's go to the old ones, which was great. Started in Sam's Chop House. Wentworth was great. For some reason, I don't know why, but George was, I think he was, jibing me a little bit. And I forgot, martial arts, taekwondo, black belt, not done it for years. But I don't know what happened, but he was just jibing me. I just kicked him. And I meant to kick him in his side, but ended up kicking his ballsack. And he literally just dropped the floor.
I'll be honest.
The floor was so good as well.
I have never seen anyone take a kick in the nads as badly as you did.
What?
Ever.
It was full pelt, right?
Yeah, I've seen some people take it badly. I've never seen anything as bad as that.
Your side, but I was a bit off target, a bit drunk.
Mate, he went down for 15, 20 minutes. Is that bad?
Have a day off.
He started feeling guilty. Had to cover you.
So
and then, who started picking up strays? Who picked up that random Portuguese guy and took him back to the casino? The you peeps?
Yeah, I was chatting to him in the toilet. It's a good lad.
No.
You met him where?
He was in the toilet.
We weren't far from Canal Street, the place George was taking us. You know that? And he was a tourist.
He came out and he was
It's Canal Street? Yeah, it is. Come back to this with us.
Where all my friends gone? I don't know where my friends are gone. It was like, you've been there ages, mate. And he was like, oh, God. And then we ended up, we went to casino, didn't we? Went to casino.
Casino. And then I left that.
Well, apparently we all went to Disbury, but no one remembered doing that. I thought, as my own, then PB said we went together, me and him. You went ahead, but then apparently I met up with you. I can't remember. No one really knows.
Yeah, but I remember it was a big night.
Yeah, it was.
All I remember was waking up to £5 in cash and winnings.
I woke up with a sore head.
Mate, perfect timing too, because I want that money. It's been locked down. Not expensive. My credit card's totally changed. My credit card used to be petrol station, bar, restaurants, travel. Petrol station, bar, restaurants, travel. Now, Tesco's, Co-op, Little Pigs in Disbury. Little Pigs in Disbury. Little Pigs in Disbury has been the greatest thing for me in lockdown.
You know what? You know what's really funny, Alex? I've driven through Disbury twice. And I've seen you in the queue outside the Little Pigs in Disbury twice. In those baggy MC Hammer pants.
Yeah.
Can't touch this. Can't touch this. You know what I mean?
It's so weird. I've seen you so much, Lex. I went for a cycle and I'm a Lycra and you were taking a piss out of me, saw you with Jack. Me and Jenny went for a walk, saw you. It's like it's like every time we've got some sort of weird connection.
Can't keep love apart, mate.
Unplanned as well, just for the record.
Right, lads. Well, on that note, thank you very much for participating. Great to see you guys as always. I enjoyed that. It was quite quick, actually, That was almost an hour. So, mate, let's hope we cater for a different type of audience for this particular video. And we waive all right responsibility, and most of these stories were not the truth, weren't they? So, hey, lads, on that, PB, I'll see you this weekend for golf. George, see you next week for golf.
Yeah.
If it's raining, you know the rules. I ain't playing. There's brown trousers on waterproof. So. See you later, lads. Take care.
See you later.